wiggle, wiggle.
Like.
Welcome to yzn3 and thanks for coming, yzn3.
Well,
And
thank
you've chosen to bring us this replay. Can you tell me a little bit about it?
Well, basically it's a T100 on a city map. And city map is generally really bad for light tanks. You really don't want to play in. But Krakow offers you a little bit more of a room to maneuver and operate around.
So you tell me, but I would love to see it.
I'll show you. Even better.
This is one of the maps I think a lot of lesser good players have problems with, especially in light tanks.
Yeah, and even good players can struggle on this map because of how the map is oriented around.
Yeah. I also think the meta changed a lot. Back in the day, a lot of the people drove down in the buildings here.
Yeah, they did. But it was
Nope.
very big, and it
Yeah,
can
yeah.
still be viable, but it's very, very risky because you can get shot out so easily and you
Yeah.
can get trapped there. And I'm taking a little bit an off angle here against the Lorraine because I really don't want to push forward against him because he's a clipper, I'm a single shooter.
Yeah, he has a pretty good
And,
gun, that Lorraine, to be
yeah,
honest.
exactly. And I'm always gonna take this outside ground because their team doesn't really compose of a lot of heavy hitter mediums. They have the 54 and the Lorraine and the Centurion and a T25 pilot, but they are not really the threat to me. The only threat to me is like the AMX and the big heavies they have.
In generally, I prefer to go down to the roundabout and spot and see what comes, and if not a lot is coming, I'll go back to the outside.
Yeah,
But I see your point here, to be honest. Because the
Yeah,
roundabout is just a bad trade in general.
yeah. And we have the Russian, Chinese tank destroyer.
Yes.
It's not Russian, but it's Chinese.
Yes.
And basically what I see here is my heavies pushed up the E5 area. They saw
Yes.
nothing in this area where I'm currently at, so I'm just gonna take it for free. And here I'm gonna dominate because I have cover on both of the side. I have cover from the low and I have cover of those heavies. It's not
And-
perfect cover from them, but it's actually there close by and I can always run to them when I'm having struggle.
Yeah. It's also nice that the enemy yzn3 chose to go down the roundabout.
Yeah.
That's a really good decision.
As I'm actually flanking this ML1, I'm always worried about the AMX that I shot previously.
Yes.
So in my mind I'm thinking, where is it? Where can it pop out? So Emil's still reloading. Here I see the shot, I'm just looking at my exit. And I'm not staying to do the secondary shot because it's a AMX clipper behind me.
Yeah, he could actually clip you down.
Yes, exactly. And I heard 3 shots from him, so I know that he's on reload.
Yes.
And that's why I can just sit there and I can do a little bit of farming, trying to help out my friend.
As I asked she's about, do you get YOLO'd a lot?
Of course, but that's part
Yes.
of the charm, to be a little bit known player.
Well, some
Have
things
they-
is a charm, but not all. I can hear sometimes on
Of
Twitch.
course it can be annoying when they are literally
Yes.
just going for you and die the same second as you die.
The only goal is to take you out, and then they're happy. Yeah. Well, honestly, I would never go after one like that. I don't think it's...
I do it because I want my artillery to stay alive. Because I see it's still like a...
No, I meant I would never YOLO
Ah,
one from a better clan or whatever.
okay.
I'll try to
Very
win.
easy to hunt with this tank. You just did what I did. You put out the aim, you wait for him to go a straight line and then you pull the trigger.
Yes, we talked about this tank. We both like it a lot.
Yes.
You just played a lot better than me, but I like it.
This tank has almost everything except the penetration. Like
Except the gun.
handling is amazing, the speed of the bullets is good.
Yes.
The tank has insane camo value.
I mean, the most thing I like is the speed.
Yes.
It's very funny to drive. You can almost climb anything with it.
Exactly. This actually, that was complete bullshit. I was so lucky that I actually penned him and killed him.
There's no sense in bad luck for superunicums. No, of course.
Players always have that.
Yeah. 5% either way.
Exactly.
Well, you did your part of the winning there.
Yes.
And can you go over the numbers?
Of course I can. Wasn't really a full-on carry mode battle, but it basically shows you that if you're very observant of the minimap, you can actually utilize the light tanks really hard.
It might not look like you carried, but actually you did, since you dominate the whole side there.
Yeah.
So I actually
basically
kind of
set
think
up
you
for my
carried it, to
team.
be honest. Yeah.
I set up for my team to be even harder, to push harder and stuff.
That's actually one of the things I noticed on your replays, that you actually work a lot with your team. You don't just not only focused on doing a lot of damage.
Exactly. And that's how I always play video games and such.
So you prefer to win over damage for some. That's how
Yeah.
it strikes me, at least.
Yeah, I like winning more than doing buttload of damage. It's like more entertaining as well.
Suika 9k damage and 5 kills is also... It's also alright.
Yeah, it is. It is pretty good. I didn't do the 1000 experience though. I'm a bit sad about that.
Okay, Yzn, and the second replay you brought us is from the Bat Chat.
Yes. I love the little scout medium damage dealer tank. It has everything except armor.
Do you like Muravanka?
Oh yeah, I like Muravanka.
It's very good.
It's one of my favorite maps to play, even in the Pro League as well, WG.
It's actually a map I hated in the beginning because there's so many levels and I could never figure out where I couldn't be shot from. It takes a lot of battles to figure out, I think, where you're somewhat safe at least.
Yeah, it's 3 major areas. You have the village, which is in the center part, you have the hills, which is on the western part, and you have the forest on the eastern part.
Yeah.
And as I recognize here in their team, they're lacking a scout, they're lacking and a fast, really good mediums. So I'm gonna take this very normal spot where you go with the spotting. And I see this pattern and I'm hungry for damage very early on. And I should be punished by doing this move. Because you're wide open to those big hills.
Yeah.
Behind.
I noticed you're a little bit open.
Yes. Took a bad shot there. And I recognized the 140 actually popped me and there was something else shooting on me.
So they're all up there.
Yes. As I see more and more tanks incoming, I'm actually gonna fall back.
2 0 shots from the 140.
Yeah. It was very unfortunate I got Amorak there on the last shell. So
yes.
That's the reason I'm keeping these 3 shots.
I don't know, I seem to, whenever I get hit by a pilot, it always depends, 1. 2, it takes out a lot of modules, so it must be a good gun.
Oh, it's an okay gun.
Yeah, it's probably just the feeling I have.
Yeah. What we quickly realize is that we already overrun in the forest, and I see this T-34 standing still there. He probably can spot something. Hopefully. My little battle tier 9 buddy is leaving as well. And lucky as I am, the T-34 actually spots something.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use his spots to deal some damage. And I tracked him with the last shell.
The reason you didn't repair was because you had a lot of time to reload when you're running.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And if I wasn't Amorak there, I would have immediately put the reload when I was running.
Yes, of course.
Because that's a lot of dead time, and you wanna always reload on your dead time in autoloader.
It's the hard part of the autoloader, when to reload.
Yeah, exactly. So whenever you notice there's dead time, press that reload. It's gonna save your day a lot of times.
I heard a story about this bush you parked in, isn't it?
Yes, in a lot of teams in the Pro League, they call this the cock bush. You might see why.
And you like to park in the cock bush, yes?
Yes, yes. It's a very standard bush, I would say.
So you like standard bushes, that's what you told me.
Standard cock bush, here we go.
Here we go.
And as I saw before, my team all went on the left side for a hard camp, so I'm basically saying I'm gonna take this bush, and if anyone's gonna come forward, I'm probably gonna spot them and they might do some damage for me.
Yeah.
And luckily I had still my T-34 on my right side of me.
I actually like a lot you take this position, because you could just go to the back and start farming when they get spotted.
Exactly.
but
I want to be the guy who is spotting.
Yeah.
And I'm always paying attention to where the guys are spotted at. I'm not
also
moving
make it,
my tank.
you also make it possible for the team actually to win something.
Exactly. I want the team to make damage for me, essentially. And why I'm not shooting here is that I would be spotted again against this Patriot. It's only 387 meters. Here I'm noticing the 140 to actually go forward. I'm thinking he's gonna YOLO, but I'm not sure. I was questioning myself if I should shoot it or not, but I kept in mind that I had still the Patriot behind me, and it would be spotted.
I think a lot of newer people, they forget the fact that when you move in a medium, you lose your camo.
Exactly. And still keeping tabs of where is that Patriot going? Like, what is his end goal?
Yeah, you got some more system, so they're still working.
Exactly. I see them actually YOLOing the 140, my teammates here. And I see the FV struggling, I see the Batchat in front of him also struggling, so I'm like, I need to pull out and kill him. But the FV is actually blocking my shell.
Doing the hardest thing, not to shoot.
And that is a risky move what I did, is to actually pull out from the bush to line up with a shot, because the object could have creeped up on me, the Patriot could have creeped up to me on the buildings.
Yes.
And what I quickly realize now is that when Patriot is gone for so long time, not many more tanks have been spotted here. There's only a Patton maybe in the forest.
But you pulled out to see if you could, so the 140 didn't YOLO you, that's why you decided to go, to risk it?
That.
Okay.
Then basically what I decide here is, just before I actually see this object, is that there are not many guys in the forest. And if this Patton is coming to me, I'm still in a fairly okay position. I can always run out from here.
Yeah, still also have four in the clip, so...
Yeah, exactly, that's why I'm saving them. Now I'm keeping tabs on what my Batchat driver is doing. It looks like he's actually gonna full-on engage the Patriot. And the Patton seems to be a one-shot here, so it's perfect for me.
Yes.
What I do now is trying to stay unspotted as long as I possibly can. So he has no idea that I'm coming from behind.
Shot the Batchat from Patton.
And here I actually bounced the shell.
That's unlucky.
Yes. And I easily out-aim him, because he's literally in front of me, no armor.
Yeah, that's always the big question, do you auto-aim or not?
I tend to do it from time to time, depending on which situation and what tank I'm facing.
Yes.
Because with the auto-aim, if you're up on the side of the tank, like I was on the Patton there, you can click auto-aim on him, and then you can swirl around with your mouse to look everywhere else to see if someone is incoming or someone is trying to snipe you, so you have a more clear picture of the battlefield.
People just need to be better assessing what tank to auto-aim on.
Yeah, exactly. You need to figure out what type of tank you're fighting at.
Not Russian heavies at least, you should never auto-aim those.
Yeah. Then just before I was aiming on the pilot, I was questioning should I go back to help my teammates. But I realized that the IS-7 is below 300 HP. The SDI, sure, he could get forward, but also we have 3 tanks in defense that clearly can handle themselves at the moment.
Also, they haven't been extremely pushy, the other team.
Exactly, they're pushing very slowly forward. None of them are very aggressive often. I'm going cautiously through here because those 3 tank destroyers to the left, prototype, he hasn't been spotted. All of these 3s are knocked down, so I thought, oh god, he's sitting here somewhere.
Yeah.
But luckily for me, he's not here, and I'm in a great position. I see them if they try to rotate, if they try to move up, and lucky for me, both 7 and 4 is actually next to each other.
You don't get greedy, you wait till you're behind the bush before you shoot.
Exactly. I try to always have a bush between me and the target.
Yes.
But first the target gets spotted, I'm back because I saw a tree before, so I'm trying to use the tree as a line of sight cover, as I'm doing on this prototype.
Oh, the V2 decides to go full hero.
Yes. I'm going for the track shot, missed the track, managed to just barely clip him on the very end.
Got him.
Now we come with a Batchat is one of the strongest tanks in the game. Where there's few tanks left, there's a big map, and you have great speed and camo value, and they have incredible firepower.
And decent view range also.
Exactly, with the view range of it.
Isn't the only thing that can pretty much maybe outspot you or get close, that's probably the pilot.
Yeah, exactly, and I spotted the pilot on the A-line.
Yeah.
And I saw him very low HP.
It's a one-shot.
I still have to remember myself that there is 2 704s, and I'm not quite sure where they're at. Are they pulling back to a defensive position? Are they staying there? Are they
That
going forward?
That would end your life if they both did.
Exactly. They would end me so quickly. So
Yeah.
that's why I'm very cautious now, right now. And you can see on the minimap that the SDI got spotted moving back, so both of my teams are actually moving up, which is perfect for me. Then we're even narrowing down all the possibilities for the enemy team to go.
And your T-34 has erupted to life
Yes,
in your team.
he's still alive.
Yeah, he's
From
actually
the
moving
start.
now.
And we actually managed to help him, me and the tier 9 batshot.
Yeah.
Now I'm turning my tank around because I'm more prepared for a push, depending on how many tanks are spotted in the south part of the map where the Scorpion and the T-34 is. So I'm actually turning myself around to be ready to attack, because if they spot 2 or 3 or even 4, I need to be quick as hell on their flank. That's basically what I'm waiting for right now.
Do you ever go help people out that put themselves in a bad position and then start
Sometimes,
crying?
depending on, always depends on the position.
Yeah. So you don't do it unless you're really sure that you're not gonna get caught.
Exactly. And here, see both of the 704s, the artillery fired. This is a little bit greed of the shells that I'm doing, but I'm actually getting paid by it.
And he got tracked.
Yeah. Managed to only put one in him, which is unfair. But I didn't get spotted, so I probably know that the pilot is not lurking in front of me.
I think the Batchat cannon can be a little bit trollish on the sniping abilities from time to time.
It always is, because it's a
Yeah.
long aim time between
I was
the
being kind.
yeah, it's a long aim time between the shells and the bad shell. So the sniping is not very, very good. But when the pilot got spotted here, I knew I had to go on the flank, but I need to wait for my reload.
Yes.
And I'm very lucky here that this SDI has a very bad view range, so he doesn't spot me going through these bushes.
Yeah, that would be a problem.
Now I'm basically setting up for my artillery to kill this SDI. But I spot the Conqueror, so I'm feeling a little bit more pressured. My batchet didn't kill him. So I finish him off, try to finish the Conqueror. Fortunately, the Conqueror realized he was spotted. Some artillery players don't.
No. General mindset in artillery can be, yeah, very varied.
Exactly. And now I'm respotting for my artillery to try and finish off the Conqueror. I know my artillery has one more shell at least.
Yeah, he's a good help, that artillery player. Actually.
Yeah, or did he fire his all? I'm not sure. But anyhow, I feel like I have to go forward and kill this Conqueror. So he won't be
you try to count all the shots from
yeah,
tanks?
yeah, my batch. the tanks that I see, I try to count them every single time. Now I'm questioning myself, where did this GC go?
He couldn't have got that far, it's not the world's fastest.
I'm very lucky to get him caught outside of the corner.
Yeah. So you're not really artillery hater?
No, I still think it has its place in tanks. I love the nerf to it. I hated it when you could one-shot tanks and when the tier 8 artillery could one-pop tier 10s and such. That was just horrible.
Yes.
What they can do, they can maybe change how the stun works. It shouldn't be so long, and it shouldn't be so, like, how to say it, effective stun.
No, that's true. But it's pretty worthless to drive artillery these days. I used to do it a lot, and I never do because you can't make any stats, you can't do anything. It's just...
You got more surrounded as a team component than a direct damage dealer.
Yes. You need your team so much because you can't carry anything anymore.
Exactly.
But I think the nerf was good though.
Yeah, me too.
Good spotted.
Yes, and I'm thinking he must be either right in front of me or is it on my left. I'm taking a guess that he's up here somewhere. And I actually got despotted here, as you will quickly notice. And I'm going over, and I'm looking left and right, where is the last 704? I thought it was in the forest behind my base.
They also stick together the whole game.
Yeah. And now I see the pilots getting spotted, the 704. I'm adjusting my attack plan, so I'm gonna flank the 704 as good as I can. And even artillery helps me out there, which is super.
Wait until you're unspotted and go a little bit the other way.
Yeah. Here I'm keeping up my speed. Immediately I kill him, I put my reload on.
Yes, and you didn't auto aim.
Yeah, I auto him in one of the shells.
Did you? Actually, it didn't look like it.
Yes. I'm adjusting my attack plan again. I'm looking where is this T25 going. He's going okay. He's going for the zero line movement. I know I'm much faster than him, so I'm gonna try and cut them off as fast as possible. And I see the time is running out as well.
You have a fan. Kiss me.
Yes.
Oh, he's actually low, so you could just ram him to death.
I could, but it's still only 1 minute.
Yeah.
Thinking that this pilot, he could not have escaped these buildings. And me driving through these buildings is basically clearing them out immediately.
Yeah, shouldn't have been able to make it to the other side.
With the proxy spot that I have, that everyone has. So I know that he must be here somewhere. And I try to get a little bit of an elevated position so I can spot both up and down.
There he is.
And it's an easy finish.
That was a carry, isn't it?
Yeah, it was a good game. That's the kind of game I actually like to play. When the team is doing something, I'm helping the team is helping me. So you feel like you're playing in a team game.
Can you take us through your medals? Sorry.
Yeah. Got a fancy Radley Waters with 8 kills. I was mostly just the finisher. I wasn't really the damage dealer of this game.
Don't talk it down. A rattle is a rattle.
But I also got a patrol duty with the Radley Waters. So that means I did both part of the game, basically. I was both the spotter and the killer of this game.
You're the carrier.
Yeah. And had actually okay output with my shells. It was only 3 non-damage hits, but I fired 24 of them and 5 were misses. But what can you do when you're sniping on far distance?
Yeah, not a lot, to be honest.
Yeah.
Did you only shoot heat, by the way? I didn't know.
Oh, no. I load 20 PCR and 10 heat.
10
Before, where was that? I can't remember which patch they did, but they nerfed something. But before I used 5 heat and 25 PCR, but now they have more armor tanks in the game, so I feel like you need to have those 2 clips of heat when you're playing.
Yeah, I also run it at 2010, to be honest.
Yeah, you
nice if you meet a mouse or something.
Yeah, you always want to have that difference between the shells.
You got a little bit more XP in this one?
Oh yeah. Broke the 1,000 meters, so I'm happy.
Yes. That was very well played, Yzn3.
Ah, thank you.
Do you have any general advice for the public?
Try to watch the minimap way more when you play, because it is one of the strongest tools that you can use in this game. You can be awesome at shooting, awesome at counting shells, at driving your tanks, but reading the minimap and knowing where enemies can be and how fast they can be, it's actually one of the crucial things.
Also one of the hardest things to learn, I think.
Yes, it is. Because Wall of Tanks, you can basically compare it with chess. Everyone's moved their pieces around and such. And when they fall back some piece of there, then you can retake that. Or they have some lower pieces there and you're a high piece, then you just go in and finish off them.
But you also tend to keep your team alive as much as possible, which is also a good thing if you have the skill level to do it, I mean.
Of course. As long as my team is alive, I'm winning. That's how I see it.
Yeah. Absolutely true. Well, thanks for the words, Yzn3, and thanks for sending me your replays. I really enjoyed it.
No, thank you. I enjoyed it myself.
And I'll put a link to some of your stuff in the bottom, and you can they can go look at you. Yeah?
Yes, sounds great.
Thanks a lot, Yzn3.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
English one, the Russian one, but man pulled up in the German one. 2 4 4s in a 4-door truck, there's one on the right, on the left, there's one. We don't wait for the